Hi guys, welcome to vlog 1 of the Epic Aesthetic. Basically vlogs will just be where I'm up to in my training for the week or day that I'm showing, and I'll just be checking in with them time to time just to show you progress of my training and just drop in some hints and tips for each exercise as I go. This is deadlift day, and it's in the 3 rep week of a Wendler 5-3-1 program. So basically that means for this week I'll be doing 3 sets of 3 at 70, 80 and 90% of my theoretical 1 rep maximum. But for expediency I'm just showing my final set, which is 90%, and the goal is 3+ reps. So what the 3+ means is that if there's more in the tank, I got to push myself to hit some new territory. So in this particular case, I got 4 reps. Just a few notes on form. Good little tip for your stance width with a deadlift is to take a jump shot, and when you come down, where your feet naturally position themselves is usually pretty close to the markers as far as your body telling you what's a balanced stance to be in. And I've found that that's quite suitable for deadlifting. For me, that's a little bit wider than shoulders with feet out turned. So I got 4 reps at 170 kilos. The second exercise is the front squat. Deadly combo, doing a front squat after a deadlift. It's something I would have never ever thought of prior to seeing it in the Wendler 5-3-1 book, and I've been loving it ever since. So with the front squats, again, just following those Wendler percentages, which is 60, 70 and 80%, and the rep range is 8, 8 and 6 reps respectively. So I got that pretty comfortably, hitting a max of 95 for 6 reps, and the goal here is more to treat this front squat as a supporting exercise for the lower body and not really push it to failure. So that was relatively comfortable, and I've noticed since starting the program I've managed to keep pace with the percentage increases and the poundage increases for this exercise. So I'm happy, that I'm sort of starting to get over the 100 kilo mark for multiple reps. Third exercise is the seated ham curl. The back half of my workouts I'll resort more to what I consider the best way of training for muscle growth. The first 2 exercises are really geared around that Wendler progression scheme, and I'm training with a powerlifting style, so that's more of a performance-based training, whereas the back half of my routine is going to be just purely about trying to put on size. And the big difference you'll see is I'll go back to using my cadence, and I'll use triple rest pause. So essentially it's 3 sets to failure with a 6 breath pause in between those failure points. So 1 set to failure, have 6 breaths, another set to failure, 6 breaths, and a final set to failure. And essentially I'm not really a big advocate of volume training, doing multiple sets to failure or near failure. I prefer to just hit it really hard and brief in a concentrated burst, and then just move on to the next exercise. So here I did 89 kilos and I got 7, 2 and 2 with a triple rest pause fashion. So I'm not really registering any improvement from the previous week, except I got an extra rep in my final set, but I only count progress if I improve in the first set of the triple rest pause. That's the sort of main game that I'm measuring for progress. And one of the reasons why I probably won't get a lot of improvement every single week in the back half of my workout is simply because when you're doing heavy stuff like deadlifts and front squats to start with, you're just going to tax a lot of those body parts. So if you've improved in the first thing that hits your lower back or hamstring, well, you're not going to improve in the second exercise that also targets that area, albeit a slightly different recruitment pattern. So this is the Hyper-Extension, just neutral spine, pausing at the top for 2 seconds and lowering for 3 seconds under control to really just finish off the lower back. I ended up doing 32 kilos for 6, 2, and 2 in a triple rest pause fashion. And again, I just got the same as my previous week, except I did improve on my second and third of sets of the triple rest pause. But again, I don't really register that as an improvement. But what I will note is that if I improve in the second and third set of my rest pauses, it's usually only a matter of time before that first set will pop up another rep or two. So that's some positive signs, but I don't really register it unless it's in the first set. Final exercise for the evening, just to finish off those quads, the leg extension. Basically, again, my cadence comes into show here. Raise it quickly, hold it for 2 seconds, and really drive the quads here at the top position. Really get the most out of it. Don't just sort of chill out there like it's a break. It's an active hold, and come down for 3 seconds under control. Really put some pain in them legs on the negative. So with this exercise, I got 7, 2, and 1 rep at 89 kilos, which was actually a little bit down, but I've sort of come off a deload week where I didn't even perform the exercise, so it's sort of getting back into it and re-establishing where I'm at. And again, as I reiterated before, if you've improved in big sort of heavy lifts like front squats before an isolation exercise, well, often you don't have what you need in the tank to finish them off. So just a few things to take from the video, just on technique there, and just note that my deadlift form wasn't ideal. So hopefully you guys can go out there and have a think about, neutral spine and neutral head position, maybe do a bit of research, look up some other YouTube videos, and see what information's out there. And hopefully in the next vlog I do on deadlift day, I'll show myself taking my own advice. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe and share with your friends. There's a Facebook group as well, so like that. Thanks for your support, guys. Have a good evening.